Welcome to our Rodef Shirah on your anniversary. What anniversary is it? 7, 8, 9, 5? It is their anniversary.
It's their anniversary. I was less aware than you apparently, but yeah, it was started on Shabbat Shirah, right?
Right.
Several
I'm going to guess
years
maybe
ago. Very
7.
exciting.
I'm going to say maybe 7 years. Anyway, welcome. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to begin with a nigun. We have lots and lots of music tonight. We'll begin with nigun, and then we'll skip the nigun and go right to the candle lighting on page 2. And for that, my privilege to invite Judy Scheffler to light Shabbat candles. Page 2. Amen.
Amen. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Judy. Happy birthday to you.
We wouldn't usually do a sung happy birthday, but since you're in the choir and since it is your birthday, it's beautiful to have you with us. So, Bavakasha. So, since it is Shabbat Shirah, right, the Shabbat of song, we've kind of prepared a Kabbalat Shabbat service, Kabbalat being these opening psalms, where we've chosen one part of a text from each of the psalms to give you kind of a through line of our Kabbalat Shabbat psalms. So, if you start on page 12, we're going to take you on kind of a musical journey. And I guess one of my favorite things about being a cantor is that we have the same texts in so many different contexts. And so most of these melodies this evening are new, will be new to you. Please, I will lead us through the texts a little bit, but please, if you don't necessarily want to follow in the prayer book, you're welcome to just sit back and close your eyes and enjoy this beautiful Shabbat Shirah song offering. We start with Lechu Neranana on page 12. Lechu Neranana Adonai. Lechu Neranena Ya Letzor Yeshenu. Nekadma fana betoda bizmirot nari alo el gadol Adonai umelech gadol al kol Elohim lechu neranena We're going to continue with the text on the following page, Shiru Ladonai. Shiru L'Adonai shir chadash, shiru. L'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru. L'Adonai shir chadash, shiru, shiru, shiru l'Adonai. Shiru. L'Adonai shir chadash, shiru. L'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru. L'Adonai shir chadash, shiru, shiru, shiru l'Adonai. Oh, shiru.
Shiru l'Adonai, sing the new song. Shiru l'Adonai, Moharetz. Shiru, shiru l'Adonai,
Shir chadash, shiru, shiru, and on the next page, page 14, at the bottom, Or Zarua. Bum bidi bum 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 namana 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 bidi bum bidi bum On the top of page 16, we continue with the text of Zamru Ladonai. Zamru Ladonai, Zamru Ladonai Bechinot, Zamru Ladonai Bechinot Lekol Zimra, Echatzotzerot Vekol Shofar, Hari'u lifnei hamelech Adonai, Hari'u lifnei hamelech Adonai. Yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai dai, yai dai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai, Zamru Ladonai, Zamru Ladonai Bechinot, Zamru Ladonai Bechinot Vekol Zimra. Yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. The the bottom of 17. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'hishachavu, Lahadom Raglav Kadoshu. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'hishachavu, Lehakosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'hishachavu, Lahadom Raglav Kadoshu. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'hishachavu, Lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. On the bottom of page 19, Adonai Oz.
That all beautiful music gets us to Lecha Dodi on page 20. It's a little bit different because everything that we've heard so far has been a psalm, and there's going to be psalms following this. But this is the one that's not a psalm, and this is a poem, and it has the name of the poet written right into it. If you look at the footnote at the bottom of page 20, Shlomo Halevi Alkabetz put his name in the first letters of all the each paragraph. He signed it, so we should always know who wrote Lecha Dodi. But this is the poem that welcomes in Shabbat. Everything that we've heard so far has been a psalm in praise of God and praise of creation. And Shabbat is a celebration of creation. And so now we actually welcome in Shabbat. What follows this one is a psalm for Shabbat. On page 92, that's a difference between Psalm 92 and the rest of the psalms that we heard. And then 93 is the end, the grand finale, as my son Avi used to say. So we turn to page 20, Lecha Dodi. choir is already standing, but at the end, we rise for the paragraph 9. We turn to welcome in Shabbat through that doorway over there, and then we have an opportunity to wish one another Shabbat Shalom. So 1, 2, 5, and 9.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, בשם ותפארת ולתפילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, וראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום את נרד בעלה, גם בשמחה וצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 Yes, please. Sure. Yes. All right. So if we can all come back to service mode, please. All right, Jews, it's time to pay attention and pray. Let's all take a seat. So to finalize, to finish off our Kabbalat Shabbat, Shabbat Shirah kind of, I guess, uplifting service component. First, you should know this was kind of our sermon in song, so there won't be a sermon this evening. We want to just have a really musical service. But secondly, I've been teaching a liturgy class, and a few of the members of the choir in the liturgy class have remarked how wonderful it is to have this kind of through line of studying the Kabbalat Shabbat Psalms and being able to sing them and see them in their context. And so I guess, yeah, it really is the grand finale that we have these psalms about God's kingship, about God's relationship with nature, with the natural world, and of course welcoming Shabbat. And then really after Lecha Dodi, Psalm 92 tells us that it's Shabbat, right? Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. We're not going to sing that part of the psalm. We're going to sing the Tzadik Katamar from Lewandowski, which is, I've been saying to the choir, the Tzadik Katamar from Lewandowski, you'll know the melody, and it really was written for a space like this. So we are so blessed and fortunate to have such a wonderful choir to be able to sing music like this in this expansive space. We'll go straight on to Psalm 93, which could not be more different. It's a melody by Charles Davidson from his Sephardic service, so much more upbeat, rhythmical, different flavor to take us through. So we've got Psalm 92, which is on page 22. Thank you, Rabbi. And Psalm 92 on 22 and Psalm 93 on 23. Adonai Malach Be'utai, Na'veshadonai Ozitaza, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot, Adonai Malach Be'utai,
Na'veshadonai Ozitaza, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot.
Nachon Yisachar me'az me'olam ata. Nazon harod Adonai, Nazon harod kolam. Yisron harod dachiyam. Na'veshadonai Ozitaza, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot. Mikolot ma'im rabim, Adir mishperayam, Adir b'marom, Adonai. Adonai Malach Be'utai, Na'veshadonai
Ozitaza, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot, Na'tikon Tebet Ba'atimot.
Edotekan emno me'od, Levedecha na'vakodesh, Adonai le'olam
was amazing. It was so great, great fun. I'm ready for Shabbat. You ready for Shabbat? Yeah, all right. So now we're going to make this kind of like, whoa, throw it into reverse or first gear or whatever. On Baruchu, not Baruchu, Chetzi Kaddish on page 26. Neutral, maybe. Neutral.
Yeah, it's a divider. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash meraba. Alma divrach yirote ve'amlich malchute. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kanif. Imro, amen. Yeheshmer Avraham Evorach, E'alam ulal me'al maya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpar ve'yitromam, v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yithalal, Shamei d'Kodeshah. Barichu le'elam en kol b'chatav ve'shirato. Hosh v'chata v'nechemata namiran v'alma imro. Amen.
Please rise for Baruchu, page 28. Rise as you are able.
Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma potech she'arim, v'tvuna meshaitim, machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakir kirtzono, borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
Yom mevi laila, mavdir ben yom vein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we'll meditate on your laws and your commandments. We rejoice in your Torah forever.
Yehem chayenu v'horech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevad Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. We continue on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Michamocha is on page 40. This Shabbat is called Shabbat Shirah because this is the Shabbat on which we read the Torah portion of the crossing of the sea. It's called the Song of the Sea because when we crossed over, we burst into song, led by Miriam with her drum, followed closely by Cantor Glaser and his drum, and the rest of us. And it teaches us to be joyful and that we celebrate and we sing and we exalt, and that's part of our story. So Michamocha is actually in the text in the Song of the Sea. And the Haftarah has another song, which is a song of Deborah, so it's double song, like lots and lots of songs. The one little reminder is that we do sing with joy, and we express our gratitude and we express our praise, and we have 40 more years of wandering, which is a lesson of like either never give up, or it's always something, or we rejoice all along the journey. Any of those messages, or whichever one you come up with as well. Page 40, Michamocha.
We're going to open with that melody before we go into another melody, but we're going to open with the Song of the Sea, which you will hear in the Torah tomorrow. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef elem. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nehedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef elem, Nora tehilot osef elem. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. ונאמר כי בא אדוני יעקב גלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 43, top of the page.
Let peace and friendship
peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu Hashivenu Leshalom Lehamidenu Shomrenu Lechayim Ufrosalenu Sukat Shlomeh Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom L'Shalom Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from thy storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Baruch atah Adonai haporas sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Continue now with our prayer for healing. The prayer is on page 373. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, it's a different one. Yes, it's a different one, page 373. Trust the process. Because it being Shabbat Shirah, we have a special melody for that. This one comes from the book of Numbers, and it's in the middle of the page, El Na Rafana La. This is Moses' prayer for healing of his sister, who's been afflicted with an affliction, a white scaly affliction. So I think we'll read the names first, and I would like to share the names of the members of our community, our family, our friends who are in need of healing of body, healing of spirit. Ellen Apple, Julie Arnheim, Peggy Boone, Alex Botkin, Hinda Sarah Bat-Chana Pearl, Jerry Chesson, Sarah Bat-Chana, Arnold Davis, Barbara Davis, Joanne Mandel DeWitt, Melissa Fisher, Amanda Goldstein, Michelle Gray Schaefer, Daniel Harrison, Kate Can, Naum Kaplan, Al Camper, Eileen Lane, Audrey Lazar, Tony Linder, Sally Littman, Susan Lothar, Laura Marshak, Agnes McCulley, Hal Mendlowitz, Yermatiash Shulamit Bat Miriam Baruch, Beatrice Jean Morrison, Ellen Newberg, Ray Gale Packler, Stephen Patterson, Cheryl Pullman, Larry Rosen, Susan Rosen, Charles Rosenblum, Bud Harold Roth, Cheryl Sachs Dowling, Oliver Scheibel, Steve Schimmel, Sally Seed, Benjamin F. Siegel, Toby Shimkin, Terry Sterrett, Bill Stein, David Wallach, Jonathan Wind, Kayla Wright, James J. H. Yee. Other names for Misha Barak tonight, the choir?
Heather Long and Andrew Sizemore.
Other names for Misha Barak? I'm sorry. Go ahead, just say the name. If I miss someone, just say it. Go ahead. Thank you. El Na Rafan Allah, the middle, page 373.
El na refana la, 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 el na refana la. And Moses cried, Hail Miriam, this I pray. 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 El na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la.
We turn back to page 44. At the top of the page, we sing together V'shamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, לעולם. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
We come now to the tefillah as an opening meditation on page 46. We're going to sing that one together, and then we're going to let everyone follow the songs in your own heart. The beauty of this is that you're never out of key, you're never out of rhythm. It's just your own prayers. And so we'll sing together, and we'll begin together, and we'll end together. Begins on page 46 and ends on page 62. Please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Cantor Glaser mentioned, we are going to go right through the service so that we can, well, first of all, so we can just sort of sit with all this beautiful music that we've been hearing, and then also some of us are going to go to Phipps Conservatory for a little Tu B'Shvat stroll through the flowers, because this week is also Tu B'Shvat. So please rise as you're able for Aleinu, page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המוניו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please remain standing. Kaddish is on page 294. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and all those whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us: Lev Podorovsky, Annabelle Flom, Sally Harrop, the cousin of Sabina Rosenfeld, and also Carl Harrop. Those who died within the last 30 days of the Shloshim period: Darren Geyer, Marcia Netzer, who's Lois Michaels' sister, Edward Snyder, Eleanor Stone, Beverly Welber, Eric Wolf. We also remember those who died at this season in years past, whose yahrzeit we observe on this Shabbat: Marcella Apter, Ruth Berkman, Barbara Berman, Bernita Buncher, Helen Kudin-Pissick, Anita Dubner, Lois Fibus, Morton Feldman, James A. Frank, Betty Goldhaber-Weisberg, Stanley Gruber, Gertrude Gruen, Edward Lewis Haber, Bernard Halpern, Eve Hantman, Leo Horn, Ben Lane, Frank G. Lowenstein, Jane Blair McShay, James Malloy, Esther Palkovitz, Sanford Reeves, Oscar Riker, Howard M. Rom, Rita Rosenberg, Leah Rosenfield, Louis Rosenfield, Anna Shapiro, Rosalind Din Teplitz, Joseph Tracht, Virginia Herzog Vatz, Harry Verbovsky, Marcia Westerman. Are there any other names for Kaddish tonight?
Norman Sabusky.
Audrey Rubin, and it's Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Any other names for Kaddish?
Roger Grubbs, Fern Scher.
Zichronam livracha, may all their memories be for a blessing. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'gala v'yizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mavarach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasa, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudashah b'rirchu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Ehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. You can sit too. Immediately following services tonight, we'll have a little bit of extra food in celebration of Tu B'Shvat, and also if you're going to, so you don't starve if you're going over to FIPS. If you've RSVP'd, then go right ahead over to FIPS, and our office manager Paige will be there, and she'll have your ticket. It looks like this, and we do have a couple of seats available. If you haven't registered and you'd like to attend, we have several seats left, not tons of them, but several. I'd like to thank Luke for providing us with sound and audio, and a special appreciation, so much gratitude to Rodef Shira. Eric Schaefer's in the last row. Eric, you will know how many years it's been.
Not enough.
Eric Schaefer was the president of the congregation when this choir was born.
Right.
This was a very, very important dream he had, and it's pretty remarkable what has happened in the ensuing years. Much gratitude to all of you for all your hard work, to Cantor Glasser for your vision and your leadership, to Dawn for, as always, being magnificent, Dawn. Pleasure to be with all of you. Happy birthday, Judy, and Shabbat Shalom. A little bit belated, happy Tu B'Shvat. We will continue with Kiddush on page 5 and Motzi on page 302, and our closing song will be Oseh Shalom, which you probably know the words to, but if you're looking for them, they're on page 343.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabat kodshecha, be'ahava u'vratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. L'chaim.
I am.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Page 343. Stand up. You guys can sit. It's all right. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Yai-da-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-da-dai-dai-dai. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Yai-da-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-da-dai-dai-dai, Yada dai da da dai 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 da dai 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 yada dai da da dai 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 yada dai da da dai dai dai. Ose shalom bimromav. Hoya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.